Hello, crew. How are we today? Looking a little bit different today, I am. I'm not in my normal setting. I don't have my hat on. And yeah, it just is what is today. So I'm hijacking my own live to just share something with you. I don't feel like being a captain today. I don't feel like putting the hat on. I just don't feel like it. So in some respects, you could say that I've allowed some people to derail me momentarily, and I just want to talk about it. So is that okay that I just keep it completely real? Man, I've almost been knocked over by a kangaroo this morning. Like, it's morning in my part of the world, and I just posted it on my personal page. Took some photos earlier this morning. We had some kangaroos down the side here. And I've just gone out the back door and one of them's just come flying down the side, stood up, and I'm not kidding you, like it stands up here and I'm like, am I going to get flattened by a kangaroo? And I didn't have my phone with me, so I couldn't even capture the moment. And my car wouldn't start this morning. I had a flat battery because I was playing with something in the car last night and I left the interior light on because I was trying to fix my phone because it wouldn't connect to the car. So I couldn't drive the kids to school this morning. So I had to ring my dad and say, Dad, can you come up with the boys and take them to school because my car won't work? So do you ever have those times, guys, within a matter of like days, just everything seems to go wrong? Something seems to derail you a little bit. Well, I'm there, guys. So I just wanted to talk about it. It's really funny when you get a strange sense of something like, I just got to talk about it. I don't know why. I don't really know what's going to come out of my mouth on this live. Hopefully I don't offend anybody, but honestly, I just want to share, sort of what I'm feeling and how other people can impact you and how they can make you feel and how you handle that really is the important thing. Do you agree, guys? So it's only on the way up from here. One, because I'm here live with you guys and you guys are amazing. And I've got the day one of Boost Your Business Page Bootcamp, which is going to be amazing. So there's some good things happening this week. Oh, look at that Rosetta. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, it's gone. Do you guys know what Rosettas are? Right, the Rosetta bird. Sorry, guys. I thought I'd show you that. It's the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bird that we have in Australia that's all different colours, like red and green, and just amazing. This might confuse you a little bit. This is actually a piece of glass here. So what you're actually seeing is the reflection of that. So there's a piece of glass behind me. That's the view, but I can't sit that way because you won't be able to see me. So this is actually a piece of glass between the dining room and the sort of lounge kitchen area. So yeah, it might be a little bit confusing for you guys that don't know my home. Anyway, how are we? How's it going? For those of you that have not met me before, this might seem a little bit weird, or the heading that I put on might seem a little bit weird, but I'm just keeping it real. Today with something I've experienced the last few days, and I want to talk about that. But if we haven't met before, my name is Helen Martin, and I am normally your online crew captain. So I'm normally in a different setting with my hat on and all the rest of it, just not feeling the vibe today. Oh, Harley has come. So if you hear that around, that's just my dog floating around as well. And I help home-based business owners bring their business online. Say hello. Say hello. Hello. You're getting it all today, my view, my dog, everything. And I help home-based business owners bring their business online. So we talk about social media strategies and video marketing and, you know, the wonderful wide world of the internet and how you can leverage it to build your business online and attract people to you. Because the last thing any of us wants to do is to convince anybody to go into business with them or try to tell people your business is the best business and, you know, they should join you. If you try to convince people, you know, or push your business on people, it just won't work out. So we truly want to attract people to us on social media with what we do with leveraging social media. And when we do that and people reach out about what we're doing, then it's pretty cool. It's a more comfortable way of building your business. Do you agree, guys? And these amazing people watching at the moment are part of the crew. So let's see who is here. I'll get on to what I'm pissed off about and all the rest of it in a minute. And I'm glad I'm doing this live now and not an hour ago. Let's just put it that way. But I'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a second. Carol, hope you're okay. We all feel, yes, we do. Agnes, we all love you. You're an amazing person. One day I want to come to Australia to meet you. You have helped me so much. I've learned so much from you. Have some chocolate and always make things better. Or ice cream. True, 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 true. You're one of the best. You're so inspirational. I think Energizer Bunny is taking on too much. Been there and crashed. And now the last year getting back on my feet. Take care of yourself. Oxygen mask. Oh, thank you, Agnes. That is beautiful. And honestly, I'm fine. I just want to share with you how we just, especially in the online world, guys, you can't let the minority get to you. And the whole saying, you know, especially those of you that are doing live video, that whole thing about worrying about what other people think. So I'm not worried about what other people think, but when other people use me, hurt me, put me down, you know, those kind of things, I'm human and it gets to me. So that's sort of what I'm talking about today. And it's okay. It's okay. It's all part of the journey. So I'm just talking about it. Gloria. Oh my gosh, Gloria, did you work out the emojis? Those of you that are new to our community, we use these emojis. So the palm tree is the mascot for our community. The cruise ship is for our coaching crew members, which we're doing the Boost Your Business Page Bootcamp today, tomorrow, and the next day. Anyone that needs a bit of a boost for their business page, you need more fans, followers, engagement, interaction, you know, you need a bit of an overhaul of your business page, then certainly join us in the coaching community for the next 3 days for that. The link is above. It's so cool you've got emojis. So how did you get the emojis, Gloria? Because you haven't had them. Hello, Patricia. Laurie, oh boy. Hi, Helen. I just saw your encounter with the kangaroo. I wish I'd been able to capture the actual moment on camera. Like, you guys wouldn't believe how big these things are. Sometimes they're just massive. They're quite scary. Hi, Fi Mike. How are you? Hope you're feeling better this morning. We couldn't cope without you. I'm sure you could cope without me. But I'm no different to any of you. I'm no superwoman. My feelings get hurt. I worry about things. Things don't go right like they haven't. I don't know. Just, you know, something's in the air. Is it a full moon time or something? Those of you that know, I don't know what's going on. But it's all good. You're in a different location today. Yeah, I'm just in my lounge room. So this is a sort of dining room table here. I still got Santa up. That's a little bit sad. Well, it just needs to go back in Ollie's bedroom. But this is sort of what I look at every day. Do you like? Pretty cool, isn't it? So yeah, just not feeling the Captain Hat vibe today, which is okay. I'm allowed, aren't I, guys? Hello, Megan. I met the beautiful Megan a couple of nights ago. It was so awesome to meet you in person. Hello, Susan. How are you? We got Gloria again. No hat on our Helen. Loves coming your way. No hat today, but I mean, it's all good. It's all good, guys. Like I'm not falling apart or going anywhere or anything like that. This is going to be perfect for me. I feel the same. Perfect time. Okay. So the purpose of the live really is to share with you, not necessarily what's happened, because it's just not worth going into specifics of, you know, how somebody's hurt me or how I feel used or, you know, those kind of things. I'm not interested in going into specifics of the reasons that I feel the way I'm feeling at the moment. I think it's just important to discuss that that's life. and the things that I've sort of experienced through this and how I'm sort of shifting through it and what I would recommend to you through some of the things that I've done. So it's life. Like, business is business and you can learn business skills, but the hardest part is life. Do you agree with that? Like, just dealing with the shit that comes up in life. And human beings are, we can't avoid them. It revolves around, we need human connection, but humans can also be hurtful. There are lots of humans out there that don't know how to communicate. And some people don't do it intentionally. Like there's one example just recently, and I know it's not actually intentional. It was just, something that eventuated. So again, I'm not going to go into specifics. It's just a matter of how we deal with this kind of crap, because it'll come up again and again and again and again, because that's just life. And when you put yourself out in the online world, you also put yourself out to the big wide world. So it's not only people in your immediate location, like I've got here in my town, it's the internet. It's multiple countries, it's multiple people with lots of issues and, all their baggage and their expectations. And it is absolutely impossible to please everyone. And if you're one of those kind of people that is a people pleaser, you'll experience this kind of stuff. It is what it is. Let us have it, Laurie is saying. Anybody that's appearing like that you've said hello and it's coming up Facebook user, that means you're watching from my group. So I'm broadcasting in two places, my business page, which I can see everybody. But if you're watching from the group, the free group, which is called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners, you need to give the little piece of software that I'm using, StreamYard, permission for me to see who you are. So the very bottom of the description in the link above, there will be a streamyard.com/Facebook link. You just need to click on that and then I'll be able to see, who you are. Keeping it real, we're all with you on this journey. And I think, when you're on this journey for yourself, guys, what you want to do is grow. Obviously, you want to grow fans, you want to grow followers. That's everything that we're going to be talking about in the bootcamp this week in the coaching community. But you also expose yourself to a lot more different people and people's expectations and all those kind of things. So you are headed for conflict somewhere along the line. It's inevitable. So if you're one of those people that's got a really thin skin, then what I'm going to sort of talk about today, or just share with you how I've been feeling and what I've done about it, may be useful to you. I don't know. We're all different human beings and we all handle things differently. But I know this will not be the last time that I feel like I just don't want to do this anymore. And I don't generally feel like that about what I do here or the online world. And when I put it into perspective, that's one of the things. Really put it into perspective. I'm angry with myself for wasting my energy on worrying about things that I shouldn't have. Does that make sense? So do you know that there's been times in your life where you've wasted a lot of energy worrying about something that somebody said, or worrying about, something that someone did to you and, you've crumbled a little bit or been derailed from something like that. Whereas if you really put it into perspective, it's their shit, not yours. Does that make sense? So, all of that kind of stuff. I'll summarize that in a sec. I just want to say hello to a few more people. And then there's people like Shana. So, hey, Shana, how are you? Shana's a life member of our coaching community who, I don't know, maybe you were just on my wavelength this morning, Shana. Well, it's my morning. It would be your evening. Writes me this amazing recommendation on my page right at the time that I needed to hear it, really. So thank you, beautiful Shana, for taking the time to write a recommendation on my page, unprompted, no idea why she did it at this particular point in time, but just, when you're feeling a little bit down or I don't know if I want to do this anymore, like I don't want to be abused like this, I don't want to be hurt, I don't want to be taken advantage of, I give everything to what I do, so for people to treat me like that, I'm out. And that's not what I'm going to do, so don't think that I am, but, those thoughts sort of ran through my head. last night. Like, I don't want to work this hard to be treated like that. But when you put it in perspective, in the scheme of things, it's the minority that sometimes have way too much power. Do you recognize sort of that, guys, that sometimes it's just one person, or it could be a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a husband or a wife or a partner or a friend or something that's put you down or doesn't agree with this industry, or doesn't like what you're doing and doesn't agree with it, or what, like, it just could be one person or two people or three people in your life that have an opinion of what you're doing, but it's that kind of strong that it overshadows the reality of all the good things that you're doing. So, we really need to sort of put things into perspective. We've got Teresa. Hello, Janet. Hi, lovely Miss Helen. Hello. Olive is a life member of our coaching community. So is Janet, actually. And we've got Beth in the house as well. Some days, yes, I have those. And honestly, I don't have them I can't remember the last time I just sort of felt like, I don't want to do this anymore. I honestly felt that. Just, it's really funny. We've got a farm about 15 k's out the back road here, and it's amazing. And Paul's got cows on it. Like, he was born on a farm, grew up on a farm, and he's just such a farm boy. And at the moment, like, we've got a caravan out there. Like, there's actually a house out there, but that's rented out to family and friends. But the part of the property is we've got this amazing campfire spot with a caravan and a campfire and lounge suites and all sorts of stuff. And we go camping out there wherever we can. And sometimes Paul says to me, all I want to do is just be by myself, because people piss him off in his business too. And I felt last night, I just want to go out into the farm and just play with the cows. I don't want to deal with people. Do you ever feel like you just don't want to deal with people sometimes? Which is not the online world. Like, you just can't get away with it with the online world. Having a rough morning. Totally have had that to it. So I don't know what it is about when it rains it pours, like when things go wrong. It's just life. Sounds like you had a day and a half in a morning. Pretty much. And like, it would only be like, what about, not even 12 hours or so of like really heightened sort of emotions. Some days for me, for a week, I get bombarded by crap. Yep. It's life, guys, isn't it? I love these lives. Thanks, Laurie. Shana, been there last month. Okay, so give me your honesty, guys. Do you have, Joyce, oh yes, computer, Facebook Live gone. Okay, something's gone wrong for Joyce there. There's just times where things don't go wrong. Please tell me that I am not the only one that in this particular industry alone. So we're dealing with the home-based business industry where a lot of people have a very skeptical opinion of it, and some people are very vocal about that. Then bring that online and try to learn the online world and put yourself out there in front of people for you to criticize. Get on your lives and deliberately try to derail you, which has happened to me. Some of you will know that story, where there's a group of people that deliberately talk about couches. And that's what they do for fun. Like, this is the world that we are entering. And I think the important thing to remember, which I've had to come back to, is the more people we expose ourselves to, the wide and varied people around the world and cultures and expectations and whatever, I'm probably going to get more of it. Like, it's just the way it is. But when I really put it into perspective, and seeing Shauna's comment this morning and Agnes, earlier, when you really put into perspective how many people that is in the scheme of things, of the people that you're helping and giving value to, and the goals and dreams that you've got, it's really this big in the scheme of things, isn't it, guys? But the emphasis and the focus we put on it on sometimes can seem like, it's bigger than Ben-Hur. So that's one lesson that I can sort of take from that and suggest to you is, when that's happening and things seem to be going wrong and you feel like somebody's hurt you or taken advantage of you, or, those kind of things, is really put it into perspective of is it one person? Is it two people? Is it 5 people out of thousands? Like, I know if I, really look in the mirror and go like, who are you, Helen, and what are you doing? I know I can look myself in the eye and know that I give far more value than I ever ask for return. you know, the video challenges that I do that over and above everything else that I do completely for free because I want to see people transform. Like, I know that I'm doing good things here. I hope you guys agree. If you don't, I can't help that, but I can stand in my own 2 feet and know who I am, what I'm doing, what I'm trying to achieve. And I'm not perfect. Nobody is. There are things that I'm going to do wrong, and there's people that I'm going to annoy, and I can't change that. But it is impossible, absolutely impossible, for us to please everybody that you come across. Not everybody is your friend. Not everybody's going to like you. But in the online world, we have this massive advantage that every single one of you has got enough people in the online world to grow your own tribe. And some people will be in your tribe, and some people just won't. They won't gel with you. They won't like you. They won't like the way you look or the way you speak or the way you carry on or his little silly hat that you wear or whatever it is that pisses people off. Like, not everybody is going to resonate with you or me or the next person, but there is enough people in the online world for each and every one of you to have your own tribe. So when we really put it into perspective about the amount of people that may give you grief or upset you or say something to you like, what are you doing in this industry, or this is stupid, or whatever, like those opinions from the people sometimes closest to us, does it really matter in the scheme of things? And the other thing that I've had to sort of realize is somebody else's words, opinion, actions, things like that, it's got nothing to do with me. It's their words, it's their actions, it's their, the way they move through life. It's got nothing to do with me. So when this is happening, sometimes you just have to remind yourself and look in the mirror what you're doing, what you're striving for, what's important, and put into perspective the number of people, which is probably 1 or 2 or 3. Like, when I look at it in the scheme of things of the amount of people that I'm helping, hundreds and thousands of people that I'm helping when asking for nothing in return, turning up live 5 days a week and giving, doing video challenges, giving, asking for nothing in return. Like, I know who I am, what I'm striving for, and what I'm doing here. So I really needed to put into perspective, and I'm not angry at anyone. I'm just disappointed and hurt that people feel the need to use you or say things in a certain way that are hurtful. But it's just life, isn't it? You can't move through life without people hurting you or disappointing you. It's just not reality. It's just a matter of putting it into perspective. And what I'm angry about is me and letting it get to me for as long as it has, which to you guys might seem like it's next to no time. To me, I've wasted hours last night. I've wasted loss of sleep. I've wasted hours this morning where I really needed to be doing other things, worrying about, what's just gone on lately, or who I've upset, or the disappointment of somebody doing something. I won't go into specifics, and it just hurt. So I've wasted a lot of my energy on things I can't control. Please don't do that, guys. If you can't control something and you know that it's not coming from you, it's a reflection of the person that it's coming from, then somehow we have to toughen up and just not absorb it. Sometimes I think of my sister who's works in a hospital. She's quite high up in a hospital, and I could never do that because I couldn't not absorb what's going on with the patients and all the rest of it. Like, they can't absorb everybody's that comes in there because a lot of them die. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Bad example, I know, but you can't suck in everybody else's bad energy when there is bad energy. Does that make sense, guys? Am I making any sense today? I didn't really know what was going to come out of my mouth or share. I'm just trying to be real with you. In the online world is tough. It's tough. And when you expose yourself to more people around the world, not everyone is going to be nice. And there are people that aren't always going to gel with you. There are people that are not going to want to work with you. There are people that are not going to want a bar of whatever it is that you are doing. But we put ourselves out there in the big wide world to be criticized for that. It's okay. It's actually okay. We've just got to have a thick enough skin to let it bounce off and not absorb it, so you don't waste your energy worrying about things you can't control, or thinking down about yourself or what you're doing, because you're not there yet. You're not where you thought you'd be. And somebody is, pointing that out to you, perhaps. There's all sorts of things, all sorts of things that people can sort of throw at you to sort of put you down, those kind of things. Jennifer, good to catch you live today, Helen. Love hearing when you just tell it from the heart. And that's really what it is. Yes, definitely Mercury retrograde. Is that going on, is it? Mindset, we all need to let go of things that others do and not react but respond. And really that's the trigger as well. We just need to respond accordingly and not react. Like, do you guys know that you're a reactor? You should never respond to somebody in the heat of the moment. You should never fire back at somebody that's getting angry at you. You should, try to sit on things, think about things logically, and then respond to people. But I'll go back to my live yesterday when I talked about communication. Communication is everything. How, if somebody, does something to you, how you respond back to them. You don't want to mirror or equal somebody's bad energy. You want to think about what you want to say and communicate in a way that is effective. Because otherwise we're just playing the victim in a way, and that's not a smart thing to do either. Stay away from energy vampires. I'm not sure who this is, but you're making absolute sense. I've been feeling like this lately as well, and I'm sure I'm not alone. Especially in this industry, I think people can be bullies online because they can hide. Absolutely, Susan. It is not usually something they would do face to face. People used to be what we call phone tough. Now it's online tough. Yep. We all want to hold you until you let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Thank you, Judy and Bob. For some reason, you always do, put a smile on my face. And it's not about, I don't need any sympathy here. I'm just honestly just sharing with you that even through this journey that I love my coaching community, love my online crew community here, there are moments, and it will happen again, where I just don't want to do it anymore. But people do that in traditional employment. If you had a job, it's just like, I really don't want to be here. Like, no matter what we do, nothing is 100% roses. If anybody tells you it is, and they only ever share the good stuff with you online, then that's not real, because it's not real. Nothing is perfect. The online world isn't perfect. People aren't perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm going to accidentally piss people off or annoy people or do something I shouldn't have done, or it's just life. But it's how we handle it. But my strong point to get across, I guess, today with what I'm feeling is to put in perspective what other people say and do has got nothing to do with us. It's a reflection on them, on what they perceive at the time. So we've got to let that bounce off us, and to not waste our time worrying about things that we can't control. And for anybody that is listening that, I've had contact with in the last few days, that you think this might be about you, this is not about one thing. This is a combination of a number of things over the last few days. So please, nobody feel particularly targeted or anything like that if they're listening. So this is not directed at any one person, okay? Jade. Well, I'm grateful to hear this today. I've been dealing with some personalities lately, and I definitely need a thicker skin. Thank you, Helen. In the online world, we have to, guys. Doesn't mean we can't have our moments. I had a moment. If I hang on to my moment and I don't turn up for the boot camp today because I don't feel like it, or I don't turn up live today because I don't feel like it, or whatever, then I'm just being silly. It's a matter of recognizing things for what they actually truly are and getting over it. It doesn't mean we're not going to feel things. You guys, if you've been around me for a while, you know that I'm a strong believer of something that John Maxwell said on stage. I heard him talk in Orlando once. And it was about this 24-hour rule. And if you're really, really feeling some kind of deep emotion or upset or betrayed or angry or whatever, deal with it for 24 hours if you need to, but then let it go. Like, I'm not even doing that. Like, within sort of, 12 hours or so, I'm letting it go. I'm just sharing with you guys, because we all deal with this, do we not? Do you not have somebody still in your life that you have troubles with regarding communication, or that there always seems to be an issue with? Doesn't matter what you do, that they've got a problem with you, or you can't absorb that because it's the other person's problem, not yours. But you can communicate in a way that can resolve it, and that's your responsibility. If you hang on to stuff like that, it's actually our responsibility. So we don't want to hang on to that kind of stuff. Gloria, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, before I respond or walk away. Well said, Gloria. Sometimes we need to walk away before we say something, because once you say something, you can't take it back. And sometimes that can be really hurtful, or you can be really regretful of something you say. So sometimes you just have to go, think about it for a bit and then respond. Even in the online world, when people are complaining or, saying something, sometimes you have to sit on it before you respond. Hey, Boyd. Hey, girl, you're a rock star. Those people are in the audience. Good to see you on, Boyd. And not my circus, not my monkey. Love it. Lynn, I need to go back to yesterday. I missed it. That's what the replays are for. Just a really strong message about communication, which is really, really important. Personal attacks are the worst, and the closer the person is, the harder we take it. And this is where we have to really realize that, it's more a reflection on the person that's delivering the message or saying what they're saying, or the actions that they're taking. It's not, that's why I say, so look in the mirror. If you know who you are, you can stand in your own 2 feet and know that what you're doing is a good thing and what you're striving for, then you got to let that stuff bounce off. If you're not a good person and you're doing things for evil and you're trying to scam everybody on the internet, then different story. But nobody here is doing that. So, we just need to stand in our own 2 feet and have conviction about what it is that we're doing, and not let anybody, derail us like I was derailed for, just a little bit, not a long time. They aren't playing on the field. No, they're not. So they can just get off the field. Don't want them on the field. Hey, Tina. Now, I need to stop talking because I've got a boot camp in the coaching community. Jane, if you are aware of what's just happened in the UK to a much-loved famous personality because of hateful trolls, social media platforms open you up to this kind of shit. Caroline Flack paid the price. She wasn't perfect, but didn't deserve the hatred. None of us are perfect. We're all human. Whoever makes you feel like shit is how they feel about themselves. I say I don't mind because you don't matter. Peace out. Yeah, Jane, it is awful how this stuff plays out sometimes for individuals. And there are some nasty people out there. And this is why it's really, really important, for everybody listening, you've got to somehow realize that it's the other person's, it's a reflection of them, not you. When people either intentionally or unintentionally hurt you, it's a reflection on them. It's not you got to let this stuff bounce off in the online world, because it's never going to go away. It's always there, and not everybody is going to, like you or want to follow you or buy into what you have. But there's, what Jane's saying, there is no excuses for online bullying and stuff like that. No excuses for that. I just don't understand people that come from that place, want to play that game. It's so low. It's just so unnecessary. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox now. Let them off your playground. Better block those people. And there's always that. You can always block people. You're a great leader and mentor. Oh, thank you, Judy and Bob. Don't take on ownership of the other person's shit. Yeah, definitely agree with that. Okay, so I think you know where I'm coming from. With this live in, I really need to go because I've got the in 10 minutes, we've got day 1 of the Boost Your Business Page Bootcamp in the coaching community. So those in the coaching community, I'll see you over there. Those that are on the last day of the Facebook Live video challenge, those of you that are in Australia will finish first. Enjoy your last day. Like, have a good time with it. I'm so proud of you guys and what you've achieved in the video challenge. It's just amazing. The crew here, what we have here is amazing. Please be supportive of each other in this industry, because it is a tough industry to be in. It'll never, ever be smooth sailing. So just accept that that's part of the journey as well. I do, and I know it's not the last time that I'll feel derailed or somebody will hurt me or I feel like I've been taken advantage of or those kind of things. It'll happen again and again, especially the bigger, you know, the audience gets and things like that. It's just all part of the journey. But take some responsibility, like I have, in how you feel and how you absorb it or don't absorb it. You know, letting things bounce off and just putting it into perspective that it's not you guys. Don't absorb that kind of stuff. Just be true to yourself in what you're doing and never let anybody put you down. Just always follow your dreams and strive for whatever it is that you want to strive for. Okay, so I'll leave you on that message. I hope something resonated with somebody here today on this live. And if you've experienced similar things, just learn to bounce back quicker. Doesn't mean we're not going to get hurt or feel a lot of emotions or feel derailed or want to give up. But the quicker you bounce back, you know, the better you get at bouncing back, the quicker you bounce back is really, you know, what you're striving for. So, you know, I've already bounced back, you know, to some degree, and I'll still keep reflecting on it because it's still so sort of fresh for me. But at least I didn't get bowled over by a kangaroo today. I'm still here and I've got some good work to do today in the coaching community. So I better go and get ready for that. Thank you for listening to me, guys. Thank you for just allowing me to be me and share whether you got something out of it or not. But I really, really appreciate you guys being here and, you know, just joining in on the conversation today. Okay, so I'll see you guys same time, same place tomorrow. And I'll see those of you in the coaching community in a few minutes. Okay, bye.